Camp Tiger is an annual camp undertaken by first-year medical students at the LSU School of Medicine in New Orleans. Since its first inception, it has actually spread to the School of Medicine in Shreveport as well. I and my wife, who you'll meet shortly, are the co-founders of the first Camp Tiger back in 1985. The campers are from the city of New Orleans. Applications are sent out every year, and they are kids with different disabilities that do not have the normal camp experience. And so this is an opportunity for them to participate in a camp that they otherwise wouldn't be able to do so.
What does Camp Tiger add to the first year medical experience?
It was our first year of basic sciences, and so we were kind of looking to do something in our first summer off that would be a little bit clinical. So I think Camp Tiger gave us the opportunity to at least have some degree of involvement with patients, or at least children with special needs. And so we could kind of begin to see a little bit of what it was going to take to develop our clinical skills.
Has this helped you in your career?
Yeah, I think Camp Tiger is Maggie Conrad will tell you, has been a big part of our life in the Conrad family. It's something we're very proud of. But I think, it showed to me at least, what as a physician you have the opportunity to do to bring back to the community sort of outside of your clinical practice.
What sort of skills will first year medical students gain by participating in Camp Tiger?
Patience. I think you'll realize what to put yourself in the shoes of some of these parents that have special needs kids. You'll learn that, and you'll learn the empathy that's needed to take care of these kids. Sense of humor. You'll see how that's needed in both your clinical practice and as you go forward in life. My favorite part of Camp Tiger was the opportunity to work with my wife, who you'll meet in a second. She was a big part of, we were co-founders, and sort of the inspiration of founding Camp Tiger was working with her to some degree. That's the right answer, wife, huh?
I think Camp Tiger was a great idea. It was the origin of Camp Tiger, I think, is a little bit fun for us as a family. Kevin and I were Kevin was trying to get to know me, and we, didn't really know each other. We were in the freshman medical school and had just met, and we were sitting around trying to decide what to do, and he came up with the idea of having a camp. So I thought it was a great idea, and we approached what was her name, Debbie Galaniff at Children's Hospital. She was the head of music therapy, and we had to approach her about 10 or 12 times before we finally got an okay. But she pitched the idea with her bosses, and we ended up getting an okay to settle our camp there. So we had a place, and then it was a matter of fundraising and putting it together. And we got Dr. McCluggage to be our supervisor, and we just approached him and said, Dr. McCluggage will you be our supervisor? You don't have to do anything. We're going to do everything. And he said, yeah. So that was it. We had the camp. We made it for 5 days. We only had about maybe 15 to 20 students. I don't remember exactly how many. We had probably a few more kids, maybe 25 to 30 kids. And we took them around the city. We took them to the zoo. I think we took them on a steamboat ride. We took them fishing one day. That was great fun. And then can't remember everything that we did with them, but it was really a lot of fun. Our goal was to hand this project over to the next class coming up, and so that they would know exactly what to do and how to get it done. And we just gave it to them, and we helped a little bit when we were sophomores, but really the next freshman class took over with a lot of energy, and they kept it going. And I told them, it's your job to write another report and add to it and keep adding to it to make sure that everyone is organized the following year. And well, I don't know if the report's still going, but it's really been great to see that it's been able to continue. We have a really great fishing story. They know I love this story. So we went fishing. We took them to a lake in New Orleans East, and I know the lake very well because I grew up on the lake. And it was an empty lot with a dock there, and so we had poles ready, and bait, and we were sitting on the dock, and usually we might catch like a perch or something, but you could see the fish swimming around at this particular lake because there's just millions of them. They're just all over the place, and we feed the fish, so they know to come. Well, we weren't catching anything, and so we felt really, really bad about that. So so I asked Kevin and I think it was John Knapp.
I think it was John Knapp.
Yeah, I said, John Knapp, would y'all go to Schwegmann's? It's right down the street. Oh, I was on Bullard at that time. Go to Schwegmann's and buy a big fish with a head on it. So they went to the fish department at Schwegmann's, and they actually found a fish. It had the scales, the tail, it had everything on it. And of course it was dead, and it was, ready to cook. And
it's frozen.
So, it was frozen. So they snuck it back into the camp, and we put it on the end of a hook and threw it in the water. And then we walked to the pole, down the lake to the dock, and we gave it to a kid. And he sat there for a while with this fish on the hook, and then all of a sudden he realized there was something on his hook, and he was so excited. And of course he reeled it in, and it was this big. Anyway, so I don't know that they figured out that it was, a fish that we actually bought, but it was fun. At least we caught one fish for the day. So we had a lot of fun times with Camp Tiger, and we really got to know our colleagues well. We really had a great time. The camp itself was fun, but the fundraisers were really a blast. We had about 4 or 5 of them. One was the Final Four. I'll never forget. It was in the Federal Fiber Mills, and we didn't know it was going to be the night of the Final Four when we set the date. So we were planning on having a party in there, and trying to figure out how to, we realized, no one's going to come if it's the Final Four. So what we did is we rented out 2 screens, and we had them on each side of this, auditorium that they have in there. And we ended up having the game on both sides, and the party sort of split up into the 2 teams. And it turned out to be a lot of fun, bantering back and forth, and with the game going on in the middle of this party. And of course we had a dance, and we had everything in the middle. It was really a really fun party, and we made a lot of money for that. For us, I know you guys make tons of money and run an incredible operation, and it's really amazing to see the effort that you guys are putting in. But for us, we were grassroots, and so anything was helpful. We probably charged about $5 to come to a party. And we had another one at Margaritaville, and we had Marva Wright was offered her services, and she sang rhythm and blues for us at Margaritaville, and we did well with that one too. So.
Yeah, my older brother participated in Camp Tiger, and I know he was excited to do it, and now I get to do it too. And it's really great that we have this legacy that we're passing on through the generations that go through medical school. And so, whoever goes next year will get to do it too. They'll get to learn from what we do, and we are learning from the people before us. And it's really great to see this thing evolve and change and be part of that process of evolving and changing. Camp Tiger is a lot of work. You definitely have to make sure you can make time for it. We have a lot of different students involved in it. Everyone has a different task. We all work together. So it's great to learn about teamwork, learn about delegating tasks, and learning how to manage your time wisely between schoolwork and Camp Tiger work and research and whatever else people want to be doing. Yeah, last year camp was entirely virtual. And we were very nervous going in, but it turned out really great. A lot of the campers were really engaged and happy to be there. They were, excited to connect with us, and we were excited to connect with them. So we're going to be doing that again this year. We're going to have virtual camp for students that prefer that. But in addition to it, we will also be having in-person camp. So there's going to be both virtual and in-person camp this year. And we're very excited to be able to offer both opportunities. I'm really excited to do Camp Tiger. It's great to give back to New Orleans, and it's great to get to know these kids and be able to give them opportunities they might not have, especially during COVID when everything is different and even more different for these kids that have special needs.
Hi, my name is Alex and I'm a current L1 and I was a Camp Tiger counselor last year and I thoroughly enjoyed the entire process. From the start, we had a little orientation that allowed the future counselors to meet with medical mentors as well as their peers and L2s who would soon help us navigate the field of medical school. And then my favorite part was working one-on-one with the counselors, especially in small groups where we do little activities like building constellations with marshmallows and pretzel sticks, or doing karaoke or having a little dance competition. That was really fun to engage with these kids and ensure that they're getting enough mental and physical stimulation during the summer. I know it can be difficult to always keep them engaged, but I believe that Camp Tiger did a great job. We had a whole bunch of interactive events, including like magic shows, a virtual visit to a space station, which I was enraptured the whole entire time that was playing, and dancing with the Saints cheerleaders. All in all, I think it's a really integrative program that allows medical school students to get a view of what social and mental health does for these kids, as well as a great way for kids with disabilities to connect with each other and have a fun and summer program that supports both their neurodivergencies and their needs, as well as, just being like a kid and playing around and having fun with their peers. So I was really excited that Camp Tiger is going to be both virtual and in-person this year. Hopefully we'll get more interaction with the kids when they're in person. You can keep them a little bit more engaged. But I think it is a great opportunity for anyone to reconnect with their community and also learn a little bit more about medicine. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm a first-year medical student.
And I'm Anna. I'm also a first-year medical student.
My favorite day at Camp Tiger was definitely the day we did karaoke. My camper actually asked me to sing a song in front of everyone, and if you know me, that's not something I normally would do, but I did it, and just seeing her laugh and smile really made everything worth it. And I think that's what Camp Tiger is all about, just giving these kids happiness and some silliness and a chance to express themselves and just be kids. And I'm just so excited for this year.
Yeah, my favorite day was also the karaoke day. It was just so nice seeing my camper really come out of his comfort zone and just sing, and I could see the smile on his face as he watched all the other campers sing along with him. And I think he just loved having the spotlight for a second and just really being himself. And I'm just so excited to see all the smiles on their faces this year at camp.
I'm Emma.
And I'm Katie, and we're both currently L1s.
We were both camp counselors for Camp Tiger 2021. Even though our week of camp was virtual, we still had a blast connecting with our campers and getting closer to our new classmates and older students.
Yeah, my favorite part of camp was getting to watch all the campers on Zoom and see all their reactions to the different fun activities.
We're so excited for this year's Camp Tiger, and we can't wait to spend time with all the new campers and the ones from last year.
favorite part of the camp?
Hanging out with him.